I am requesting a message that is in my highest and best interest from my higher self or any other high dimensional light being who has a message for me. This is your higher self. This is your energy group. We are happy to see you again. Happy to bring you a message. The message is you are talking to yourself. We are you and you are us. You recently saw a Rumi quote in which he said, "I looked for God and I found myself. I looked for myself and I found God." Basically, it's the same thing. You look for yourself and you will find us. You look for us, you will find yourself. We, your higher self, and you are one and the same. You exist on every dimension, in every level of possible existence that your imagination can imagine. You create every level. You create us through your imagination. And we create you through our imagination. It's a two-way street. Imagination is far more powerful than most humans realize, because your life is imagination. You have imagined the life that you are experiencing. You have imagined it into existence. When you use your imagination to the utmost power that you have to make it concrete, that is the third dimensional universe. Everyone is imagining this third dimensional universe into existence. Everyone's come to an agreement in many ways, saying, "This is what I'm going to imagine. Do you want to play with me?" At your fourth dimensional level, we should say, fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional level, this is what I am imagining. Do you want to play with me? And everything that you experience in your daily life in the third dimension has agreed, "Yes, I will play with you." Some have agreed to play very deeply with you, basically creating virtually the exact same universe from a slightly different perspective. Others are more peripheral. They come and go, they're in the distance, they're in the background. But there are aspects of your imagination, what you are imagining, that cross over for them. And so they are taking in things that you've created, energies, vibrations that you're creating, and you're taking in energies, vibrations that they've created, even though this might just be a small part of both of your realities. Whereas, as we've said, other entities are a much more significant part of that reality, such as your spouse, such as the house you live in, the car you own, all of those vibrations, the neighborhood, this city you're in is again, it's not as strong as those things that basically are part of your awareness at all times. So when we say part of your awareness, that means part of your consciousness, part of who you are. And of course, many things go beyond the physical in terms of who you are. And that's also part of your imagination and part of the imagination of others who you share non-physical beliefs, for example. It's part of theirs and part of yours. And the stronger those beliefs come together, of course, the more you are sharing. But ultimately, when you put everything together, only you perceive this particular combination of things from this particular perspective. And that's true for everything, for every single possible thing in the universe. They each have their own perspective. They each have their own combination of things in their universe. And our role is one that's very close to you. In fact, your consciousness is not a single thing. Your consciousness, as Seth has described it, is a grouping, a coming together, a swarm, a flock of consciousnesses, all of which share almost everything, at least at the core. So when you have a flock of birds, the core of that flock, their consciousnesses, their awareness is almost totally aligned with one another as they move through the air. At the fringes of that flock, their awareness, their consciousness is not so much part of the core shared experience. And that's how your consciousness works as well. That's how you work as well. You have this core set of consciousness, awareness that you mostly identify as yourself. You also have some peripheral things that are kind of on the edges of who and what you identify with. And you are like this flock of birds, a swarm of bees, flowing through the universe. And sometimes new things come in and join that flock, new birds, and some birds disappear out of that flock. Usually it's just on the edges, and so it's not so prominent. It's not a huge event, but sometimes it can be a big event. And so all that consciousness, we are part of that consciousness. We are part of your flock. And we are, as your higher self, as your multidimensional higher selves, we are at the core. We are working with you at the core. Your energy group is like the core of that flock. And you are part of that, and we are part of that. And we're all sharing that experience. But also within yourself, your chakras, all the cells in your body, all the thoughts that you identify with as personally yours, those are also all part of that really central core of shared vibration, shared energy that is you. And as Seth has said, that flock of consciousness can be dispersed throughout the galaxy, and you would still exist, because it's all connected, because it has a shared vibration, and because there is no such thing as space or time. And so it's always there. And that's why we also exist, even though we're not part of your dimension. And even though some of us within our energy group are having incarnations in different dimensions, on different planets, on different timelines, on different time periods within your planet, on your planet, and yet it's all connected and it's all happening at the same time. So, we are you, and you are us, and you are talking to yourself. And everything is you. You can talk to everything in your awareness. As you expand your awareness, you can talk even more of everything in your awareness. Some things to think about, to contemplate as you walk through your world, as you look through your world, as you encounter and experience your world. It's all a reflection of you. It's all a reflection of us. And go ahead, talk to yourself. I think you will find yourself infinitely fascinating, infinitely knowledgeable of things that your less expansive ego is simply not aware of as yet. But it will be. It will be. The awareness is there. It's simply a matter of opening up, of waking up. That's our message for today. We love you. We love your life. We love your experience. Namaste.